Good morning. As you are well aware of the political scenario of North India, Magadha became the most powerful empire in 6th century BC that was ruled by several dynasties such as Haryanka, Shishunaga and Nanda. The last ruler of Nanda dynasty was Dhananda, who was defeated by Chandragupta in 321 BC. It was Chandragupta who laid down a new empire known as Mauryan Empire. Now the question is, who were the Mauryas? There is a great deal of controversy among the historians regarding the origin of the Mauryas. According to Mahavamsa, Chandragupta was a Kshatriya whom Chanakya crowned as a king after putting an end of the Nanda dynasty. According to Jain text Parshth Parvan, Chandragupta belonged to a community of rearers of royal peacock. But according to Arthashastra, Chanakya crowned Chandragupta after destroying the Nanda dynasty. Being a Brahman, Chanakya was a staunch follower of Varna Ashram system and would not consent to make a Shudra king in place of the Nandas. So the ancestry of Chandragupta Maurya is indefinite and his early life is unknown. He defeated the last Nanda ruler Dhananda, who was an unpopular and oppressive ruler of Magadha. According to Buddhist sources, his father was killed in a skirmish and he was brought up by his maternal uncle. Chandragupta may have first established himself in the Punjab and then moved eastwards until he gained control over the Magadhan region. He overthrew the Nandas with the help of a Brahmin of Taxila named Chanakya or Kautilya. Seleucus was the general of Alexander the Great. He defeated his counterpart Antigonus and became the ruler of Greece Asiatic Empire in 306 BC and adopted the title of Niketer. Seleucus crossed Indus from the side of Kabul and ensued a battle with Chandragupta Maurya. Seleucus was defeated and compelled to enter a treaty with Chandragupta. In consequence of the treaty, Seleucus had to surrender the provinces of Gandhar, Kabul, Herat and Baluchistan to Chandragupta as presents. To further cement the relation between the two, a matrimonial alliance also took place. Seleucus sent Megasthenes as his ambassador in the court of Chandragupta. This treaty is very important from historical point of view because it extended the empire of Chandragupta, who became the first Indian emperor. So Chandragupta was succeeded by his son Bindusara, who ruled between 298 to 273 BC. He followed his father's policy by maintaining friendly relations with the Greek kings. Another ruler of Mauryan Empire was Ashoka, who was one of the greatest kings of India. He was the son of Bindusara and grandson of Chandragupta Maurya. There is much controversy among the historians regarding the accession and coronation of Ashoka. The first problem is the year of coronation. The problem is linked to an interval of 4 years between the death of Bindusara and the accession of Ashoka. Ceylonese chronicles indicate that Ashoka defeated his elder brother Sushma in the battle and killed his 99 brothers and sparing only the youngest, namely Tishya. The same reference is given in Mahavamsa, Deepvamsa and Divyavadan. It may be concluded that the coronation of Ashoka was celebrated in 269 BC. The earliest event of Ashoka's reign is his conquest of Kalinga which proved to be a turning point in his life. Kalinga was a state presently in Orissa, situated between the rivers Mahanadi and Godavari on the coast of Bay of Bengal. This was an independent and powerful kingdom in the time of Ashoka. The conquest of Kalinga was of importance to the Mauryan Empire both from strategic and economic point of view. Independent Kalinga was a thorn in the body politics of the Mauryan Empire. Thus, Ashoka took a big army and invaded Kalinga in 261 BC. There ensued a horrible war between the armies of the two kingdoms. Slaughter and bloodshed was caused on a large scale. The people of Kalinga fought bravely in order to make their liberty safe. But after a bloody war, Ashoka conquered Kalinga. The 13th Rock Edict of Ashoka throws much light on the Battle of Kalinga. The country of the Kalinga was conquered by King Piyadasi. It means beloved to God, means Ashoka, in the 8th year after his coronation. The war of Kalinga changed the heart and mind of Ashoka. A revolutionary change was brought about in the life of Ashoka. The horrors of this war convinced him that it was absolute wrong and evil, which should have no place in his scheme of affairs. The conquest brought about a significant change in the imperialistic policy of Ashoka. Ashoka made up his mind to conquer the people not by sword but by following the path of Dharma. The policy of Digvijaya was taken by Dharmavijaya. Now, the greatest ideal and objective before Ashoka was the propagation of Dhamma, for the fulfillment of which he worked relentlessly. Ashoka's Dhamma was free from the narrow feelings of sectarianism. Ashoka's fame is based on his association with Buddhism and his pacifism, which are proclaimed in Buddhist texts and in his own inscriptions. The Mauryan Empire declined after Ashoka. It became weak and fragmented and seems to have suffered an invasion by the Bactrian Greeks. The Mauryan Empire came to an end when the lost king Brihadratha was killed by his military commander Pushyamitra, who founded the Sanga dynasty. The Mauryan government was completely centralized and bureaucratic. It was managed by numerous officers of different ranks. It kept in touch with all phases of political, economic, and social life of the country. The centralized monarchy became a paternal despotism under the able guidance of Emperor Ashoka.